Hi, Pep. Just a word on the Champions League draw. Real Madrid again. You've played them so often in the last 5 seasons, but does that experience help going to this game?
Yeah, for our club, as much you play against the best teams in all history in this competition, you learn and improve, and you are better in the future.
You've had sort of 2 midweeks in a row with no fixture. How much of a difference does that make going into the final hectic last couple of months of the season?
If we win, would have been perfect. If not, we had to play every 3 days. So we have a rest. We make a really good training sessions and ready for the Elland Road.
And back to the Premier League this weekend, it can be obviously really hostile at Leeds. What sort of challenge will you expect at Elland Road?
Elland Road is Elland Road, and Daniel made the last results, going Stamford Bridge or Villa Park, and got results, and they have even the plus that his own crowd. But yeah, we are ready to do this challenge again.
Yeah, hi Pep. Just a check on the team, please. How is everybody this week?
Yeah, good.
Yes. Jeremy, is he close to returning yet?
Sorry?
Jeremy, how is he?
Yesterday, make the first training session, yeah.
When would you expect to see him playing again?
We talk with the doctors, physios afterwards.
Sure.
Hi Pep, just a couple of questions on Ramadan, which is ongoing at the moment. Do you have to alter the schedules at all, or training, or allow players to pray if they need to? And how have you seen the players coping during the month?
Yeah, good. They follow his tradition, religious tradition, and of course you have a good nutritionist, and they adapt what the team needs, and we cannot adapt for the schedule for the time for the Premier League, and yeah, I think they are used. They are not young, and they are used many years playing in this period.
The sun sets tomorrow in Leeds after the match has kicked off, so some players might have been fasting all day. Do you have to consider team selection for the likes of Marmoush, Cherki, Aydnouri and Kusanov?
They are well taken care, and they know how you handle his situations.
And just finally, assistant Kolo is someone who has played in the Premier League, knows how to deal with that in Ramadan.
He's not going to play tomorrow.
Sorry?
He's not going to play tomorrow.
No, but have you gone to him for advice? Has he lent his knowledge about Ramadan and being a Muslim player in the Premier League?
No, to me no. But the players, I think they are not new, no? Both Ryans and Omar and Kusa. So it's not the first time, they live, the Ramadan, and they know perfectly with the handle. Of course, they are in touch with the nutrition, especially with the doctors, and adapt and what they have to do, and that's all.
Pep, good afternoon. Hope you're well. Can I just ask you about going to opposition grounds? Elland Road has that bear pit feel, especially under the lights. They've not lost under the lights for the last 25 games. Do you have favourite grounds that you like to go to? You've been here 10 years now, going around Premier League grounds. Do you have a favourite opposition ground?
Well, in 10 years I've been not many times since Marcelo Bielsa promoted the Premier League. We have been there. It have been an incredible stadium, a good vibe, and we know it about many. I think there are a lot of many Premier League stadiums, like they are traditional and they are really good. Elland Road is one of them.
But do you have a favourite one?
Many. I like a lot. I like Fulham. I like Watford, for example. When I was this traditional, the old Goodison Park. They've been from another country, coming the traditional stadiums. I like it. Of course, the new ones are beautiful, but yeah.
And can I ask you about the cocktails, the invitation that you put out a few days ago? When the players came back to train on Wednesday, did you get the impression they'd had a good time and had a good relax?
They trained really well these 2 days, yeah.
What gives you that feel, that idea to give them the 3 days off? Was that something that's been in your mind for a while?
You know the idea why we had day off, right? You know the idea. It's not to go to Maldives. Since September, October, we don't have long weeks. So the moment you can have, I learn in this country, less is more. and we can train less because we are competition. The schedule allows us. You have to clean the minds and legs to come back better.
Hi, Pep. You've experienced yourself at Barcelona what Mikel Arteta is going through right now, that pressure of trying to win a first league title as a manager. I just wonder, what's that pressure like? What do you remember of that time and, you know, trying to get over the line, and how does that compare maybe to when you were a player going for a league championship?
I don't remember. I'm not here to give advices to Mikel.
And you've had some incredible title races with Liverpool here over the years where it was relentless, both teams winning right to the very end. Are you expecting something similar, or do you think it's much harder to do that in the Premier League?
I said many times, I would like to tell you, but I don't know. When we won this incredible run in Liverpool years ago, and I didn't know it that time, before it happened, I don't know now. So it's Elland Road, and that's always my concern in my mind.